Here we are, we're out in the garage. Going live by the 45. Check and see if there's anybody around this evening wants to join in. Talk about some old motorcycles. This one's my 1943 WLC 45-inch flathead. Got a 6-inch overstock length Springer front end on it. Awesome, fun little motorcycle to ride. I love it. Got some custom built straight up handlebars. Fun, old school, garage built by hand. Oh, here we go. We got somebody come in to say hi. Let's turn the camera around and see. Oh, we got a couple people in here. Good evening, folks. How's everybody today? Oh, they left. I'll turn this back around so that we got some more live old motorcycle footage. Open belt primary. Foot clutch. Hand shift. Tank hand shift. Pretty cool, fun old motorcycle to ride, travel across country with. Custom made spring seat. What do we got going on here? Oh, we got a couple people in here. Welcome into my live this evening. We're out in the garage for some live time beside the 45. We're there we go. Got a few folks in here for this evening's live session and some visit time. Good evening, everybody. How are you? We're just out in the shop, out in the garage here for some live by the 45 time. How's everybody tonight? Where's everybody from? Shoot me a message here. So where are you from and what do you ride? Do you do lots of traveling around? Oh, there we go. Hello, Oliver. Hey, he says, how are you, Oliver? Where are you from? Alexander 3757. How are you, my friend? Where are you from? Where are you from? We're out in the garage here for some old motorcycle talk. If you're into old motorcycles, this is my old 1943 flathead. It's an awesome, fun little motorcycle. Alexander from China. Wow, that's cool. Amazing how YouTube brings together and makes a small world of you turn your phone on and within a couple of minutes you're talking to motorcycle. You a motorcycle man too? What do you ride over there? Do you ride motorcycle there in China? That's cool. Welcome to my live, everybody. We're in just out sharing some views of the old 1943 45-inch flathead. An awesome, fun old motorcycle to ride. So, you guys, I don't ride motorcycles. I ride electric cars. that drive by themselves. Oh, well, I guess they're cool too if you don't have to drive them. What kind? What kind of car is that? And Moise. Oh, I'm probably gonna mess your name up trying to pronounce your name. Moises Floors. Where are you from? Do you ride a motorcycle? What kind of motorcycle do you ride? We're out in the garage doing a little live time beside the my old 1943 45-inch flathead. If you're a motorcycle man, what about everybody else? What kind of motorcycles you all ride? It's everybody's in here. And drop me a comment. Drop me a comment and tell me where you're from and what kind of old motorcycle you ride. So your electric car that drives by itself, is that like a Tesla car, Alexander, or what kind of car is it? Who else we got in here? Don't be shy, everybody. Send send a message, and always interested where people are from and what kind of motorcycles you all ride. I speak Chinese, English, Spanish, and sign language, and Australian. Wow, very versatile. Have you traveled to all those countries too to learn to speak them, or did you go to just learn them all in school? Who's this? Grotesque, burlesque. Welcome into my life. Hello from Riverview, Florida. Welcome in, Florida. You you a motorcycle man too? What kind of motorcycle you ride? We're out in the garage for some alive by the 45. If you're interested in old motorcycles, that's what my whole channel is it's all old motorcycles and cross country road trips with them. So this is an old one, got the old style rocker foot clutch on it. Push the heel down, that disengages the clutch, and then push the toe down, and that engages the clutch. And tank shift, 3-speed transmission, shifter gate on the tank. Yeah, pretty cool, fun little old motorcycle to ride. How much does your motorcycle go? Oh, it's not very fast. This one, it's 80. It's over 80 years old. It's 1943, so it likes 55 miles an hour. So from China, 90, 95 kilometers an hour, something like that. It runs pretty happy and smooth right around that speed. So yeah, it's fun old motorcycle, and I did a little custom building on it. Built my own handlebars, and I did all my own. I built my own sissy bar. Did all my own leather work. I built an adjustable sissy bar on this one. I got a remote auxiliary gas tank hanging on the back here. That's 3 gallons of gas. Oh, good for long cross country road trips. Uh, 95 kilometers an hour. Yeah, it runs pretty happy right around that speed, Alexander. Uh, Boldy 1056. Mike, aka Boldy. Welcome in, Boldy. Here again from southern Maine. Cool. Yeah, we're just back out in the garage for some more live by the 45 evening chat. Uh, what else? Your message? Where did you acquire your fabrication skills? What are your two newer bikes? Spent a year in Arizona doing Chandler chip plant. Oh, cool. Um, my newest bike is a 2000 Softail. That's the one that I've traveled corner to corner in North America on. And and then I've got that one, and then I got a 92 Softail as well, and then a shovel head and some old pan heads, and then this is my oldest one, my 1943. So how about you? What all do you ride? I think you told me last night, but talking to so many people, I forget. I have a scooter that goes 55 kilometers an hour. The Alexander. Yeah. Well, probably where you live, that's probably plenty fast enough, right? Where get over here in North America, there's lots of wide open spaces. Get out of the cities, so lots of room. You can get out on the highway and go for a ride. So yeah, yeah, yep. Alexander says, "Yep, exactly." That's awesome. So do you ride it every? Do you ride it over every day? You're that's obviously a scooter that you're riding, right? Is that your main mode of transportation running around town? This one, this old one here, I built it from a basket case of parts, and then whatever. I'm not sure if you've been on my channel and scrolled through. I've got I've got a 1953 panhead that I built out of a basket case of parts. Um, oh, hang on here. I missed replying to you, Mike. Or yeah, Mike. Sorry, Boldy. Yeah, that's where I got my fabrication skills. I started when I was, I don't know, whatever, 12 years old, 12, 13 years old, hanging around with one of the local neighbors. He was kind of the local farm fix-it welder in the community and where I grew up. And so I used to go and visit with him and spent lots of time. And that's kind of where I started, 12 years old. And then just over the years turned it into a career. And so I've been at her for a few years. Yeah, Alexander. Yeah, I ride it once a week. Right on. Cool. Do you go to town very far, or what part of China do you live in? That's pretty cool. Here we are on YouTube, and can within a minute you're connected up, visiting with somebody from the other side of the world. Pretty awesome. Yeah, if you're whatever, if you're interested in old motorcycles, go on my channel there. I got several videos of my other old bikes, this one here, and my other old bikes on there too. So, how about you, Boldy? Do you do some fabrication work yourself too, or some creative tinkering time? I'm sure you don't understand, but I live in a part of China that is Chinese. Well, yeah, of course I'd understand that. That's where you live, or the name of it. I get what you mean. Uh, is it a big city where you live? Probably is. It's lots of big cities over there, huh? Boldy, do you do a bunch of your own fabrication work and motorcycle building, tinkering time? I see we got some new numbers in here in the live tonight. Just drop a comment in the comment session section. Where are you from and what kind of motorcycle you ride? Welcome into welcome into my live. We're just out in the garage Doing some live beside the 45. That's my 1943 flathead. Carson Beatley. What's that? The motorcycle? It's a 1943 WLC 45-inch flathead. Are you a motorcycle man yourself? It's an old Canadian military WLC flathead, 45-inch. Pretty cool little motorcycle. Kickstart and good 3-speed transmission in it. Yeah, it's an awesome fun little motorcycle to ride. How about yourself? What do you ride? What's that? Yeah, it's a big city. Sometimes I hear the bangs and stuff at night. Be bombs. Oh boy. Carson. Cool. What kind of motorcycle do you have, Carson? And yeah, what part of the country are you from? Boldy, an old '03 Softail. Had an '01 Road King, a '95 FLSTN Softail, an Evo FXR, Honda, a Triumph. Cool. Get a collection of old motorcycles too. I can fabricate about anything. Union pipe fitters by trade. Weld anything but a broken heart. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. If you know how to weld too. If you work in the trades industry and you've in the piping trades, I'm sure you've worked fairly steady besides some welders for a few days from Texas. Cool. Work in the oil and gas industry, then I bet. Ralph Hernandez got a 47 knucklehead. Oh boy. How, how lucky you are. The last year of the knucklehead. I don't own a knucklehead, but I always got my eye open and someday hoping to find one, but they're a little out of my price range, as I'm sure you know. Have uh, have you had the 47 knuckle for a long time? We're just out in the garage here doing some live beside my 1943 45-inch flathead. And well, if you got a 47 knucklehead, if I imagine yours has probably got the same clutch setup as mine, got the got the old rocker style foot clutch on it, right? Or is yours got it built into a chopper, and then mine's it's a 3-speed transmission with the shifter gate on the tank. So is uh is your old knuckle, is it all original? Ralph Fernandez. Oh, you've had her for 8 years. Cool. They're a beautiful motorcycle. How fast is it? This is my Mo Flathead. It's pretty happy at 55 mile an hour. Get uh, get going much over that, and it starts to vibrate pretty bad. Well, it's 3-speed transmission in them, and so they're not very fast. 95%. Cool. That's a beautiful old motorcycle, Ralph. Like I said, I don't have one, but I have several friends that they they all own knuckleheads and a bunch of old Indian chiefs and uh, beautiful old motorcycles. But like I said, some of them are out of my price range. So uh, same here. My little motorcycle doesn't go over 70. Oh yeah, What kind of little motorcycle is that? Yes, you're welcome, Ralph. The um, is it good running condition too? Your old knucklehead. Take it out on some road trips. I got a I got a panhead and a shovelhead that I've done some cross country road running on, and they're both in the shop now, getting engine rebuilds, complete engine rebuilds done on them. Split the cases and doing a line bore on my 53 pan. I don't know if you've been on my channel. My 53 pan. It's my old rusty one with the straight up handlebars. I got straight up handlebars on this one too. The kind of a wild creation I come up with. Oh yeah, Honda Rebel, Carson. Cool. Somebody else was on. I can't remember who that they had a Honda Rebel too, and they said the same thing. They're not very fast, but hey, it's still two wheels in the wind, freedom, and they're fun though. Oh, absolutely. Two wheels is what it's all about. Fun stuff. This my old flathead here. I'll just flip the camera around so you can see this one here. I built an adjustable sissy bar. So these are levers off an old piece of farm machinery, and I built them and mounted them on here for to make an adjustable sissy bar. So I grab the levers, and when I squeeze this lever, it functions and lifts that out of the cogs, and then I can adjust my sissy bar. So when I got all these are my straps on here that I for tying all my gear on, and then I put my tent and sleeping bag and then my clothes bag. I stacked them in here, and then I can adjust the sissy bar back and forth to adjust my backrest through the day. Makes for makes for a pretty awesome, comfortable ride. Being able to adjust the sissy bar. Just thousands of miles of traveling and thinking to myself, how can I make this more comfortable? And so like that's how I come up with the idea of a couple of levers off an old piece of farm machinery and mount them on there. Functions well. Uh, Boldy built and did work on a slew of shovels, welded tons of cracked heads and cases. Last bike built was a pan from scrap parts. Those are the best kind, right? Because then you can build whatever you want with them. That's awesome. So do you do all the machining work if you're rebuilding heads and cases and everything? Do you weld them up and then got a mill and a lathe and everything to machine them back into specs? Carson, where are you from? I'm from Saskatchewan, Canada. Uh, I don't know what it is exactly. 2,000 miles, 2,200 miles north of Texas, somewhere around there. I've been through Texas several times. I've been down to the Born Free show in over in southeast Texas. Been there a couple times. It was, actually, if you the last time I was down there on my way home on my shovelhead. Of course, it's late October, and time I get back to Canada, the snowstorm beat me home, and I got caught in a snowstorm and blew the engine of my old shovelhead. So it's in the shop getting a complete overhaul and rebuild done on it. And while I got it out, going through the transmission too. So some major overhaul work. Uh, who do we got? Ronnie Gellert. How you doing there, my friend? RTW from out on the west coast of Canada. Welcome in, my friend. Yeah, that's right. Be a man, ride a pan. Uh, Ronnie. What? RGB special. Right on. How uh are you getting out and doing some motorcycle road trips this year? There, RTW? I hope so. It'd be awesome to cross paths with you again one day. But geez, it's probably 20 years, 22 years since I seen you, Ronnie. Carson grew up in Texas. Cool. Do you have insurance on motorcycle? Yes, absolutely. I have insurance on motorcycle, and although I'm not riding currently, I got rear-ended in New Mexico, July of 24. And I posted a video on my channel. If you're interested, go watch it. Uh, there's not much that happens in the video, but it starts out where I'm laying on the pavement, and a guy took my phone and turned the video on. He walked down the pavement to where he can see skid marks, and then turned around and started counting the yards back to where I'm laying on the pavement. And I got ejected. I went between the handlebars, went off the bike, and I did the Humpty Dumpty tumble 88 yards down the highway. And in the tumble, I dislocated my left shoulder. And after doing physical therapy for over a year and a half, twice a week, for over a year and a half, I just went and had a new MRI done a couple weeks ago in orthopedic surgeon. And now I'm booked in this the big muscle that's all across the front of your shoulder here that goes out into where it ties into your arm. I got that all tore off the bone. So now I gotta go for surgery, and so it's gonna be a long summer. The my surgeon said when you wake up, you're gonna wake up in a sling, and you're gonna be in a sling for 7 to 9 months before before I can start physical therapy. So that's why that well to stay in the motorcycle world, I come out and spend some live time out beside my 45 in the garage and visit with you all, and at least talk about motorcycles. I can't ride them, but out here talking about them. Carson, you grew up in Texas. So have you rode out to the that Born Free show? It's out at the Yellow Rose Canyon out by what's the name of it? Henderson, just south of Henderson, Texas. It's a good show. If you haven't been, it's worth going out and take your tent and sleeping bag and ride out there for the weekend. Lots of custom built choppers. They have a builders competition there too. It's a good show. Um, in the late 80s, we had a full shop of equipment. Did a lot of head welding and R&D company in Manchester, New Hampshire, to increase velocity in Harley heads. Excellent flow tested on the flow bench. Oh, cool. So you got lots of engine building skills. That's awesome. I'm not a mechanic, so I and I'm the first one to admit it. I tend to be the first guy to I'm not shy about asking for help, but engine work, yeah, I don't have the skills to do it. Yeah, thanks, Carson. That was a long, rough road to recovery. This one here with this muscle tore off the bone. It's pretty nasty. Pretty nasty. I got no strength in it. And Boldy, typing in this chat for a 73-year-old is tough. Love all your videos. Well, thank you, my friend. Well, whatever you don't have to be in a hurry to type anyways, because I got lots of time. I'm not riding my motorcycle, and I'm here to visit with you guys and share everybody's passion of their motorcycle life and riding. I had a pair of purple glasses. We could be twins. Hey, they're reading glasses. They're reading glasses from the dollar store. And they cost $1.50. And I usually buy purple or pink so that hopefully I see them before I step on them and break them. So, did I'm assuming you probably went to the dollar store to get yours too. Who else we got? 2-4 in 9EO. Just came across this in my feed. Hello from Nova Scotia. Whoa, welcome from Nova Scotia. And yeah, where what part of Nova Scotia are you from? 2-4. I've rode all of years ago. I rode all around the perimeter of Nova Scotia, so I've got a pretty good idea on the map where you're from. Ron Jones, welcome in. Cheers to you too, buddy. From going out to out to Niagara, beautiful Niagara Falls country, Fall River. So where's that, on the North Shore or the South Shore? Probably a small little dot in the map that at Boldy. I got a whole collection from the dollar store, mostly mostly with one bow remaining. Yeah, there you go. The That's the best place to buy reading glasses. And I used to buy metal frame ones and sit on them on the couch or step on them on the floor. And I thought I had to buy pink or purple or whatever I can, and that way I might I might see them before I step on them. It has helped. So, um, Ron Jones, I have the same front end on my 45. Did you weld the front brake stay on the left side? No. Yeah, it's a Midwest front end, right? So, hang on, let me turn this around so that there's the brake stay in there. So that was on the Springer when I bought it from the factory. Here, where am I pointing at here? Hang on, I gotta get closer here so I can zoom up on it where you can see see what it looks like. There, can you see that? Oh, hang on, I didn't turn the camera around. That's what's matter. There we go. That's better. That's the brake stay. And it was on there. The, the powder coating hasn't been disturbed on it. Yeah. But the the front end I got on mine here, it's I think it's Midwest USA front end. It's 6 over stock length. I just I wanted to give it. I wanted to have sort of a bit of a chopper stance to it. I know some guys, they say, "Oh, it's not a chopper if the neck's not cut." Well, whatever. That it's an original frame, and I didn't want to cut the neck, so I just put a 6 over stock front end on it. And yeah, I love it. It's it's an awesome, fun, cool little motorcycle to ride. Of course, if you've got a 45, you know all about it. They're not very fast, but they sure are fun to ride. Who else we got? Derek Fox. Welcome into the live there, my friend. Hello from California. Cool. What part of California are you from? And what kind of motorcycle you ride? Or are you a motorcycle man too? Uh, two, two for my scoot is apart as of yesterday. Bars came loose on me. 2012 Street Glide. Oh man, yeah, that's a bad experience. When I've never had my handlebars come loose or break riser bolts. I've always had a habit of every couple of years just change the riser bolts. Because I got a couple friends that amazingly they didn't get in a wreck when riser bolts come off, but I had a set of 18-inch apes on my softail. They split right in the middle with so it was it was like steering a bobcat. The one handlebar go back and forth and the other one go the opposite way, and I rode quite a few miles like that until I run into a place that had a set. And the the road adventures are fun. But yeah, did your riser bolts break? Ron Jones, I thought I seen it on the right side as well. Nope, it's on the brakes on the drum brakes on the left side. Uh, See that, right? It's all the drum brakes on the left side on her 6 16-inch bars offer a lot of leverage against risers. Yes, they certainly do. That's well, like I said, I had 18s on an old softail of mine, and just whatever over time they split right through the middle. Well, and I think the reason they split because the hole drilled in the bottom wasn't cleaned up very nice, and so it'd give it a weak spot for them to start. And well, my old Softail's got 290,000 miles on it, so they've uh, they've been up and down the road a few miles over the years. So, hey, anybody new into the that just joined into the live? Join in. Shoot a comment to us here, and where are you from and what kind of motorcycle you ride? If my channel on YouTube, it's all pretty much all most of it's all old motorcycles and road trips and mishaps and whatnot. And I'm not sure if you guys were on here and heard 2024. I'm not currently not riding. I never rode all last summer, and I got rear-ended in New Mexico, and there's a video on my channel that it's whatever. There's not a whole lot goes on the video other than the guy how far a distance he walked down the pavement to turn around to where skid marks start. I got rear-ended on the old flathead by a pickup doing 80 miles an hour, and it launched me between the handlebars. And I did tumble down the highway 88 yards, and I dislocated my left shoulder. And at the time, orthopedic surgeon said that there's nothing torn bad enough to require surgery to do physical therapy, and it'll heal. Well, after twice a week doing physical therapy for over a year and a half, and progressively things getting worse, I went and had a new MRI and orthopedic surgeon, and now this big muscle that's all in the front of our shoulder, and where it goes out and ties into your arm, I got it completely tore off the bone. So this I'm booked in June for surgery to fix it, and the orthopedic surgeon said that you're going to wake up in a sling and you're going to be in the sling for 7 to 9 months. So it's going to be a long season, long summer of no motorcycle time again. I'm not really very thrilled about it, but it is what it is. Got to get it fixed because I can't use it the way that it is. Brody, how do you like the Springers? Any recommendations for a new one? So all the rest of this is the only Springer that I have, and it's not real long. I like it. It's 6 over stock length from what uh, would originally be on a 45. I like the way it handles. I mean, I all of my pretty well all of my motorcycles, other than my shovel head, and then I got one Softail. I I love the 130 90 16 front and back tires. That's my favorite. My own personal preference. They handle the best. the The tires are the same size, so that to me they track better. That's my own opinion. And yeah, that whatever. I don't have anything real long Springer. That's not my style. I'm not into the real long front end stuff. That's I mean they're cool looking and everything, just not my thing. So what they're like, what any of them long Springers are like to ride, I don't know. I've never rode one, and like I said, all of my stuff is this one's 6 over stock length, and then if you've seen my old rusty pan, my 53 pan with the straight up handlebars on my channel, that one, uh, I think it's 6 over stock length on the fork tubes. It's 6 or 8, but it seems to me there's 6. And I like the stance of it. I love the way it handles. So it's, I just, yeah, it's it's everybody's personal preference, right? It's everybody's motorcycle, and that's just, to me, motorcycles make me happy, and everybody that joins in onto my channel and watches my stuff, I hope they have the same passion for a motorcycle that I do. And uh 2-4, that's freaking rough. Yeah, it certainly is. And I also, to boot alongside of it, I ended up, I think when I went between the handlebars, I ended up with puncture wounds that were pretty deep in my knee, and I wound up in the hospital for 11 days, hooked up to 3 different pumps of different kinds of IV antibiotics for 11 days. That wasn't a fun experience, and I got hit so I got hit so hard that my whole torso. I was I was 3 months before I could sit up out of bed by myself. My sweetheart, she had to help get me up off the couch out of bed. My whole torso was black and blue, and oh, it's amazing that I survived it. But we're still here. We're still kicking. I just got to get this shoulder figured out and fixed. This is Springer Pogo on a washboard corner. I Probably a little bit it does, but on this particular Springer, like the rockers are real short, so it doesn't. It doesn't have the length for the travel to like you say the pogo effect. I haven't really noticed it, but I mean, obviously that gonna depend on every road and the washboardy potholes or whatever you're bouncing through, right? But when I can, I can for sure, I can for sure see that happening if your rockers are real long, right? From this from this center bolt here to this center bolt. I mean, they got, I don't know what that is, 4 or 4.5 inches of length, so they're pretty short rockers. But you see some of them springers, they got whatever 6, 8 inch length rockers. So it's that leaves a lot more leverage to get that pogo effect going on, right? But no, this here I can't say that I've really noticed that, but um Ron Jones, yes, I was in the hospital in Arizona. Um yeah, that wasn't a fun experience, and it's, well, the fun experiences aren't they're they're still not over with. Like I said, June going in for surgery to get this muscle sewed back, or however they fasten it to the bone or whatever they do in there. But yeah, um, I got to get her fixed. That's I can't even work. I can't. I was uh, I was probably 11 or 12 months with my arm straight out before I could even lift a pint of beer to shoulder height. And even some days now I can barely. That's about the height that I can lift my shoulder, just because I got no muscle in there to work. So all due to distracted driving. Uh, so I'm sure everybody on here knows it and sees it. Uh, it's an epidemic everywhere. Of everywhere you go, somebody's got their phone in their hand and looking at the phone instead of over the steering wheel, right? What else we got? Tours, tough AF, and still going. I dig it and can relate. Oh man, did you 2-4? Did you get rear-ended or get run into by a distracted driver too? Or are you talking dislocated shoulder? What? Hey, anybody new just joining into the live? Drop a comment where you live and what motorcycle you ride. Welcome in to come and join some. We're live, doing a live by the 45, in and out in the garage. If you're joined in, welcome here. The Did you rebuild the flathead engine when you built it? Yes, completely. Because it was the, the whole the bike was a complete basket case. Frame was stripped down and nothing on it, and the the engine was together, but it needed to come apart as it needed a complete rebuild. So yeah, went through completely everything. Rebuilt the transmission, rebuilt the engine, and then yeah, built the whole bike. And I just, whatever, doing my own thing. I wanted to build it into and turn it into my my little 45-inch chopper. What did you bore it out to? It's just stock. Built the stock, and then actually the cams that were in it, I could have run the cams, but just the miles that I put on my motorcycles, I found a brand new set of cams that that's what I put in it. So That yeah, the little motor runs awesome. It's awesome running little motor. But yeah, basically built back to stock. I'm not a big horsepower guy and or high speed. More about riding my old motorcycles and traveling across country with them. If you're if if you scroll through my channel, I've been cross country on my 1953 panhead and my 1982 shovelhead, and they got both of them. The 53 panhead. The last time I was in California with it on my way home, I stopped in Cheyenne, Wyoming, at a buddy of mine's and to change oil. And when I changed the oil, I cut the oil filter apart, and on the inside of the filter, there's all kinds of shiny, all these little shiny flakes. And oh no! And so I put a new filter in, a new oil, and I rode from Cheyenne up to Sturgis, which I think it's about 400 miles, 380 or 400 miles, something like that. And when I got to Sturgis, I stopped at another buddy's place there and pulled the filter out and cut it apart, and there was even more shiny stuff in it, and it's like, oh no, I'm not even gonna make it home. And so I pulled the engine out of it in Sturgis, and so that's where it is, getting pulled apart and line bore in cases and be balanced and blueprinted, built back to brand new. Had a bunch of welding done on the heads, new seats and guides, and new exhaust spigots put on. So yeah, it should be a good running engine when she's done. 2-4, no, had a long stay in the hospital in 2019, heart problems that ended up retiring me. Oh man. Well, good on the retired part, but hopefully your heart's good after the long stay in there, my friend. I wish you well and hope that it all turned out successful for you. Or does that mean you're not riding a motorcycle anymore either? Nice. Yeah. Love these old motorcycles. And then, so yeah, back onto the story. So I pulled the old panhead engine out in Sturgis, so it's getting rebuilt there. I rented a U-Haul truck to get myself home. And when I got home, I jumped on my old shovel and I took off on, on my old shovel on a road trip. And I went down through out the southeast corner of Saskatchewan down into Minnesota, and then made a yeah made a loop over through Superior, and then down and made a loop around Lake Michigan, back to Saskatchewan, down to the Sturgis, and back to Saskatchewan, and then rode down to Nashville. And I went to the Born Free show in Texas, October, and of course, being from Canada, I know I'm pushing it to the end of riding season. And anyway, so after the Born Free show, I packed up and I headed home, and I got to Harvey, North Dakota, and I hit a snowstorm. And so I rode in the snow for, well, from Harvey, North Dakota, oh, I can't remember, got about 4 hours up into Manitoba. I got about 3.5 or 4 hours from home. And that's when I blew the engine in the old shovel head. So thank goodness it was a wooded area. I found a bunch. There was lots of little twigs and sticks and stuff, dry stuff that I built myself a campfire to dry my fingers out because it had got down to well below freezing temperature and the snow blowing, and so I was able to keep myself warm by the campfire, and uh, and then as well it got dark time my buddy got there to rescue me, and so it was a signal fire, so he knew where I was sitting alongside of the road, and yeah, come and rescued me, picked me up, and I hauled it out to a guy, and So same thing, going through it, split the cases and all new bearings and shafts and complete overhaul, and it built back to stock as well. There's just whatever. There's some videos. There's some videos posted of some of that, of both the pan and the shovel. I got more footage that I got to put together and load some more videos of the happenings along the way. Uh, 2-4. Yeah, I'm good. Back to riding. Oh yeah, that's awesome. I love it. I love to hear that. What are you riding for a motorcycle? Um, and do you get out on the road? Do you get the opportunity to do some road trips and traveling? Uh, where am I? I'm in Arizona right now. I'm from Saskatchewan, but I'm in Arizona right now. I see we got a few more new folks in here and joined into the live. Drop a comment in the live and share share and tell us where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride. We uh we love motorcycles in here, and that's why we're all here. Doesn't matter what kind of motorcycle. We all share the same passion to oh yeah, 2012. Sorry about that. Get talking nonstop. Can't keep track of whose motorcycles whose. 22. Yeah. Who else we got in here? Oh, that's it. You do you get out and go to some of the local shows down there in Nova Scotia too? It's, I've been invited a few times by a young fella down there. I can't remember the name of the place now, though. They do a big. I think it's later in the fall show somewhere. Get together in a bike party, fun stuff. But yeah, cool. Yeah, anybody else? If you're new joining into the live here, drop us a comment and tell us where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride. Digby Wharf Rat Rally. Oh yeah, I've heard of that. The Wharf Rat Rally. I'm sure that must be a fun time. Is that Do you live fairly close to Digby there? Uh, what is it? Digby. It's Gallup capital, if I remember right. That the Wharf Rat Rally. Do you get quite a few bikes there for that one? 3 hours away. Oh, right on. That's pretty cool. Not too far away. A good buddy of mine lives up in Shediac River. That's not too far from where you are either, if I remember right. It's been a few years since I've been down there. 2015, I think, was the last time I was down on the East Coast. Beautiful countryside. If anybody that's in here, if you haven't been to the East Coast of Canada, it's a beautiful spot. Beautiful riding. Who else we got in here? We got anybody else new joined into the live? If you're new in here, don't be shy. Drop a comment and share where you're from and what motorcycle you're riding. We all share the same passion for our motorcycle, doesn't matter what kind they are. If you're new in here, we're doing a live beside the 45 out in the garage for a couple hours, getting being I can't ride, old shoulder all busted up. We're doing lives and visiting with motorcycle people. Misty Lugo, welcome. Hi, Cactus from Florida here. 2012 Soft Tail Deuce. That's awesome. Awesome. In the sunshiny Florida. Right all year round, you lucky folks down there. Unfortunately, us guys that live in Canada, there's lots of times that we got to, well, it depends on the year, 5 to 7 months of motorcycle season, and then the rest of the season is putting nose prints on the window, waiting for the snow to melt. Looking outside, is the snow melting yet? No, unfortunately not. Oh, yeah, Misty, we're in the shop doing a live here. Just come around this side. Oh, I'll flip this around so you can. We're doing a live beside my old. This is a 1943 45-inch flathead. Awesome, fun little motorcycle. I found it in 2020. I think it was the late fall in 2020. Found it as a complete stripped down basket case of parts, and so I went through and did had a complete engine job done, transmission, and then built the bike. And yeah, it's a awesome, fun little motorcycle to ride. And then, well, I don't know if you've scrolled through my videos on my channel, but I have this habit of building straight up handlebars for my old motorcycles. So I have the straight up handlebars on this one, and then if you if you're interested to scroll through my channel, my 1953 panhead chopper. I built the handlebars for that, and I do all the metalwork stuff myself. Build the handlebars, and then I build my own custom sissy bars as well. So 2-4. I belong where you are. Arizona is on my bucket list for a long time. Yeah, especially in the wintertime, my friend. I know where you're from. I know the winter challenges you put up with too. So as you step back, I'm gonna flip the camera around again here and show you this adjustable. I built an adjustable sissy bar on this one. So these are levers off an old piece of farm machinery that I built my sissy bar so it's adjustable. So on these leather straps here, I pack all my gear in there, my tent and sleeping bag, and then my clothes bag lay in there, and that's my backrest. And then I these levers here, they're off an old early turn of the century farm machinery. And so you squeeze the lever and it lifts that out of the gear ratchet there, and then I can adjust my sissy bar back and forth. So it works pretty awesome. Works pretty awesome and makes for makes for pretty comfortable riding when you're out traveling all day and being able to adjust your backrest. And it's all about the comfort when you're making the long miles. Uh, Misty. Oh, and this one here. Oh no, I got that one. It belong. I'm trying to keep up with everybody's messages here, replying, giving a shout out, and saying hi to everybody, and welcome into the live here, and so I'm just trying to keep up to replying to everybody's questions and comments. Misty saying, "Oh, she loves the handlebars. Thank you kindly." Like I said, whatever. If you've scrolled through my channel, or if you're interested, I have several videos of my other old bikes with my 1953 Panhead. It's got straight up handlebars, and then my 1982 Shovelhead. I got straight up handlebars on it too. Just you can do something different. Why not? Um, Misty, also my husband Eric, and I always watch your videos. Oh, well, thank you kindly. I hope you enjoy. It's just me and my old motorcycles. There's nothing fancy much for editing or there's lots of times in my videos I load them what they are. The footage I have is what they are. I'm not a big production company. I'm a motorcycle man, and I get video footage or pictures when I get my phone out, and I have the footage I have is what it is. So I'm I don't, I'm not sure if you saw the video, that if you and your husband saw the video that I posted just the other day of the guy walking down the pavement. It was rear-ended on the highway in July of 2024, and dislocated my shoulder. And so here I am. I never rode at all last summer, and then I just found out here last week that this big muscle right in the front of our shoulder here that comes out and ties into here. After doing physical therapy for a year and a half, I now got this muscle completely tore off the bone, so they got to go in and do surgery and reattach it. And the surgeon said you're going to wake up in a sling, and you're going to be in a sling for 7 to 9 months. So, and then start physical therapy all over again. So I got a long road of recovery ahead of me yet, and so I'm running out of motorcycle footage to post on my channel, and I thought, well, let's let's see if we can get some motorcycle people to come and join in on the live. And I still have my same passion for my old motorcycles. I just can't ride them yet. But I love visiting with everybody. It's motorcycle people. We're all the same, in my opinion. We all have a passion to ride our motorcycles, new or old or whatever they are, right? That's my opinion. I hope you all got the same opinion. uh, who else we got here? Billy Wap. Hello from Delaware. Well, welcome in, Billy. And are you a motorcycle man too? What kind of motorcycle you wear? Delaware, beautiful state. Been through there, been up and down the East Coast several trips over the years. Beautiful riding through that part of the country. Of course, typical. You get jammed up in the big cities. It's kind of a pain in the behind, but other than that, beautiful countryside out on the coast. 2-4, that's freaking awesome. Thank you kindly, my friend. Um, it will be a faster recovery than what they say. Well, that's really happy, promising news, because from when they first did the MRIs, they told me there wasn't bad anything tore bad enough that it needs surgery. And so the orthopedic surgeon, he said it'll heal on its own with doing physical therapy. Well, so here I am. I'm doing physical therapy over and over, like I said, twice a week for over a year and a half. And multiple times I've seen several different physical therapists, and multiple times I've told them, I said, "You're hurting me. You're hurting my shoulder." And the next day I can hardly move my arm, but they persistently, "No, we can't lose the range of motion." Well, now I've lost range of muscle because I can't lift my arm at all because I got no muscle in there. So hopefully when they reattach it, like you said, it'll be faster recovery. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you for the promising words and the praying hands, everybody. Um, get well soon. We'll be here waiting for more videos. Well, thank you kindly. I've still got some old footage that I want to put together, and of I got some a little more video footage of when I blew the shovel head up in the snowstorm on my way home from Texas, and then as well as the panhead, I get so, a few little short garage videos that I put together when I pulled the engine out of my panhead, and so I'll put together and post what I got. Just the footage would be the same as what all the rest of them are, just loaded as they are. um, if they were always right, I'd be a vegetable or dead. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you're right there. If that's somebody else sent me a comment of that's why the doctor's called a practice, because they don't know what they're doing. They're just practicing. And unfortunately, we get to be the guinea pigs, right? Oh, I wish you guys. I wish on the YouTube live here that you guys could open up a screen and join in the conversation. But I just trying to keep up to giving a shout out to everybody that joins in here and shares their motorcycle stories and passion with us. Ron, how did you manage to shorten the spring on your kickstand on the side of the road? I had to do the same thing, but in the garage with vice and vice grips. that's that's exactly how I did it. I had a pair of vice grips and then a pair of pliers, and I just found the right place to get it pinched over something on the bike, hanging onto it with the vice grip, and then just use a pair of pliers to straighten the hook enough, and then shortened it up and and use the vice grips to clamp it on, and then the pliers to bend. I, if I remember right, I think I clamped on here. Or no, I had that off the bike. Maybe I did on the other side. I forget exactly how I did it, but I somehow or another one pair of vice grips. So basically the same thing. I used it as a vice, and then just use the pliers and hang on for dear might, and just like everything else, patience. Take your time and patience, right? That's um, it, if you scroll through, if you're interested, scroll through my channel and have a look on my 53 panhead. Them saddlebags, they're brown saddlebags. I built them out of brown leather. They I put lots of patience into them figuring out how to do that. So those brown leather saddlebags, I didn't have any video footage of it, so I just took a bunch of still photos of and sort of put them in order of the build process of how I made those saddlebags, and they turned out. I love the way they turned out, and I made the entire saddlebag out of one piece of leather, and just the way that I folded it, the way I cut it, and then I folded the front face and then the two sides, and I left. I wanted it just for the look. I wanted this much rough, raw leather edge from the tannery on the leather. So there you go. Patience. Take the time and of figuring out how to do stuff. That's how I did it. The Bacon Chat official. Welcome back, my friend. Good to see you back in here again. Yeah, and thank you kindly on the arm there. It's not fun. I th- this this big muscle right here in the front of her shoulder that comes out and ties into here. That's what gives us our ability to be able to go like that with our arm. And that's about as high as I can lift my arm like that. And so patience with that too. So yeah, unfortunately, the bacon Chad. I've been getting too much rest. I'm a full-time couch potato because I can't ride my motorcycle. I can't work, and been off work for, well, July would be 2 years. Been off work, and yeah, frustrating aggravation. Hey, there's my friend Patrick Rowe. Welcome back tonight, there, my friend. Rev it up, rev it up, rev it up. Yes, absolutely. Way of saying hello or what's up. Yes, long time viewer have been on my channel. I think you've been on my channel and watched every video pretty much since the beginning. I always know it's always know it's my friend Patrick when I see rev it up. That's always I've come to learn that always your way of saying hello, my friend. I had uh, I had KS spring break on the Electra. Piece of string got home. Oh yes, the it's that's the when that stuff happens on the road, it's make do, figure out how to make do to get you going. That's funny you say that. There's a video posted on my channel. Excuse me. I was on my 53 panhead and I just crossed the river. I just crossed the Mississippi River on the east side of St. Louis. And there was road construction. So the left-hand lane was all barricaded off, no traffic on it. So it was all single lane going across the bridge. And traffic was down to, I don't know, whatever, 20 or 25 mile an hour or whatever. And so as traffic's getting off of the bridge away from the construction, of course, starting to speed up, and I had a rocker style clutch on that old bike too, but it's uh, an overseas aftermarket repop part, and I put my foot on the clutch pedal to go to shift gears, and as soon as my foot touched the clutch pedal fell off. I look over and it's like, oh. But it is, thank goodness I had the whole left lane, so I just ducked in between the cones, and I was safe. I had lots of room to pull over. But then when and so what happened? I'll just turn this around here so I can point to you and show you if you're not familiar with the rocker clutch. So on this rocker clutch, see if I can get the flashlight held. So that's in behind the spring in there. That's the pivot point. So when you step on these, anybody that is not familiar with the rocker clutch, you put your heel on here, and when you tip your heel down, that's disengage the clutch. And then when you go to take off and go, you rock your toe down. And so you roll the toe down and that engages. Well, that's where the clutch pedal broke off. Broke off right there, and it fell that fell on the ground. Or it fell on the floorboard. It was still hanging by the spring. And so here I am. I'm sitting on the bridge east of St. Louis. Yeah, east of St. Louis. How do I get out of this one? I don't have a welding machine. I don't have a drill to drill a hole. What do I do? I dig around in the saddlebag, and I had a leather strap. Same thing as this stuff here. This bike I use for tying my gear on. But I took that leather strap, and on the old bikes, if you're familiar with the old bikes, there's a lever comes out across the top of the transmission to function the clutch. So I wrapped the leather strap around that and went around the front here, and I made a loop in it long enough to go around the toe of my boot. And here I am. I'm in Arizona in flip flops. I put the leather strap around the toe of my boot, and that's how I functioned the clutch with the leather strap until I don't know, got a couple hours down the road to a small little town and found a local welding shop and stopped in there. Oh yeah, no problem. Take it off, and I mean, whatever, a little 2 minute weld job to it. But yeah, the fun adventures of as it happens on the road, right? But, who else do we got in here? Rev it up. Yeah, the spring. Yeah, the string can get you home. Make it work when you make it work. However, you got to make it work. Bob Sowers, welcome in. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome to. We're out in the garage doing a live beside the 45, and means I can't ride my motorcycle with this buggered up shoulder. We're doing some live, but at least you guys can go and put some miles on for me. So when you're out there riding some miles, say this one's for Cactus. uh, Bob saying, hope the surgery works. Look forward to crossing paths one day. Put on a few miles with you. Absolutely, my friend. The that's that's one of the best things about riding and traveling, and the common interest is running into other awesome common interest motorcycle people, right? So I love it. Oh, I see some more people just joined into the live here. If you just joined in, welcome to the we're in the garage live telling stories by the 45. Drop a comment and tell us where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride. Um, Two wheels, awesome roadside ingenuity cactus. Yeah, thanks, man. Just the I go whatever I always call it, creative tinkering time. Scratch your head and how am I going to get out of this one? So, Bob, will do. Yeah, welcome in everybody. Welcome. My scoot be back together Saturday, as long as I can get the ignition switch back in. They can be a pain. Oh yeah, up on the handlebars there. That yeah, that takes a special patience of talent. I've had mine apart too. Uh, Putting that changing the brake light switch in my Softail. That I, I'm sure everybody that's taken one apart understands and knows the exact pains that you're talking about of what they're like. Patience, patience. Don't get frustrated. When you get frustrated with it, just set it down, walk away, and so that's awesome. It's good to see you in here, Bob. Uh, Anybody else, if you're new, just joining in, signing into the live here. We're out in the garage doing some live by the 45, telling motorcycle stories. Oh, my custom made shirts. Cactus Panhead loves cactuses. Years ago, me and a couple buddies were out. We rode down from Canada, and we are down in Arizona here, and I just whatever. I just loved the big cactuses and just partying and having fun and having a good time, and that's these couple friends of mine. They hooked the name of cactus on me, and well, it kind of stuck. And so this social media stuff, when I haven't been doing it very long. 2022 was when I first started the social media, and so when I first started doing it, you got to come up with a username and well, Panhead Bike, and well, okay, let's be Cactus Panhead. That's that's how I come up with that. Um, it would be a beer and a bud for frustration. LOL. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Take your time and relax and be patient. especially with that little tinkery stuff like that. That's why I'm not a mechanic, and I'm the first one to admit it that I'm not a mechanic. And I mean, I can tinker around with the small stuff, and if it's getting gas or monkeying with the points or whatnot, but inside the engine, all that stuff, that's out of my league. I ask for help because I'm not a mechanic. I don't have that talent to be, so I don't try to be, other than when I'm on the road and tinkering around, like I said, tinkering with the points and plugs and carburetor and whatnot. But um, Jeffrey Paul, welcome in, my friend. Welcome to the live. We're out in the garage doing some live by the 45, welcoming all motorcycle people and telling motorcycle stories and tales and whatnot. Peace to you, my brother. Thank you kindly, my friend. What kind of motorcycle you from? Where do you live? Hey, where you guys are live? What's your favorite road to ride? That you ride on regularly or that you've rode across country to go ride on? There's uh there's so many amazing, beautiful, awesome roads. Oh, Jeffrey, cool, from Arkansas. What part of Arkansas? Have you rode the pig trail? Have you ever everybody write that on your to-do list? Couple of awesome ones of the traveling over the years. The pig trail in the northwest corner of Arkansas, the Ozark Mountains, the pig trail. It's awesome, beautiful, windy, twisty little two-laner through the woods and the mountains. Amazing, beautiful. A couple more that I'll share with you. Um, I live right on the pig trail. Hey, there he is. Right on. He lives on the pig trail. So, did I explain the pig trail pretty close? Beautiful, windy, twisty two-laner through the woods and the mountains. Beautiful ride through the Ozarks. And yeah, just sharing it with everybody on here. And absolutely, the Cabot Trail out uh, in the Nova Scotia, Cape Breton Island. It's a amazing, beautiful ride around the whole coast of Cape Breton. If you ever if you ever get out that direction, it's similar sort of riding to the Pacific Coast Highway. The, yeah, beautiful ride. I've rode them both. So um, another one, jot down on your list or on your map scratch pad. In the southwest corner of Colorado, there's a highway south of Grand Junction that heads down towards, you can go down to Dove Creek, or there's a couple other little towns, can't think of the name right now. It's look it up on the map or on your Google map, whatever. Highway 141. It's, I forget, it's 140 miles or 160 miles of a 40, 50 mile an hour meandering along the river in the bottom of a canyon. Just outstanding. Outstanding. Nice, nice pace to ride. Nice long sweeping winding corners. Amazing river scenery. Beautiful. Um, and then another one to put on your map is just south of Missoula, Montana, a little small town, Lolo. Uh, the highway is called the Lolo Pass, and there's a sign there that I think it's 99 miles of curvy road. And so it's the same thing. I think it's posted 50 or whatever, 45 or 55 mile an hour. Same thing. Along a river, just meandering, wandering along the river for 100 miles. Goes over to Lewiston, Idaho. Amazing. Beautiful. um, the Cabot Trail, yeah, we got that Cabot Trail. Oh, and then as well, when you're in the southeast corner of Colorado, of course, go over to Durango and then head north up to Silverton, up the $1 Million Highway. And then just north of that, the Red Mountain Pass. And when you get up to the north end, up by Gunnison, there's a park that, if I remember right, I think it's 8 miles north off the highway. It's uh, Black Mountain, Black Mountain Canyon, or Black Canyon. That's what it is, Black Canyon. And you can walk over to the edge, and there's a 2,000-foot drop straight off the edge. And anyways, right when you enter into the park, there's a road that you can ride down into the bottom of the canyon. And at the time when I rode in there, I was on my Softail, my twin cam Softail, and riding down that road, you're in first gear the whole way, and you got to step on the brakes. That's how steep that is, because the engine won't hold her back. It's steep enough, and it just goes down to a dead end there, down in the bottom of the canyon. But it's neat to ride down there. It's cool to ride a little road like that. I can't remember what it is, 4 or 5 miles or whatever. Just another fun road to add to your go ride this road map. Where are we at here? Trying to keep up to everybody's messages here. Get the Cabot Trail. You can wear out a set of tires on the Peg Trail. I would agree with you. And especially as you live there, you get to ride it every day. But anybody that's traveling through that country, it's definitely a beautiful ride. Oh yes, there's our buddy South Osmodo from Southern Australia. Welcome back, my friend. Good to see you back in for tell us some more motorcycle stories. How about over there in South Australia? Have you got some nice windy, twisty? I'm sure you got some beautiful coastal roads. What uh what are your roads like? Are you right down on the water coastal roads, or are you up on a got cliffs over the edge of the mountains? Share us some of your favorite Australian roads from where you live. Uh Jeffrey Paul, it's beautiful. Uh, I agree with you. I agree with you, and that's why we gather up so many people from so many places. I thought, hey, why not? Let's share your favorite road of. Oh yeah, Jeffrey Paul says, watch out for kangaroos. I bet that's a good one. Uh, South Osmodo. Do you are the kangaroos a bad motorcycle, or is there enough of them over there that they're create a bad hazard for you when you're out motorcycling? Somewhere I seen a program on TV and they were talking about everybody's pickup. They get well, I guess that's why they call them roo bumpers, right? There's so many of them. They're smacking your truck up all the time. That's That's not good. That's as bad as we got it here. There's locations here in North America that the deer are terrible. There's so many of them. Well, some areas I think they're overpopulated, and so of course they're create a huge hazard for us motorcycle people. Mate, our roads are pretty good. We have windy hill country, coastal winding highways, desert highways. Take a look at my channel. Plenty of good open road rides. Okay, absolutely. I'll have to get into your uh search you up and find your channel there, my friend. Um lots of time I don't lots of days I don't get depending on what's going on. I don't spend lots of time in searching on YouTube to spend quite a bit of time. I try and keep reply to everybody's comments. Sometimes I get behind, and sometimes I miss them for a while, but I try and get to everybody. Where are you from, my brother? I'm from Saskatchewan, Western Canada. So if you look on the map, I basically live straight north of Albuquerque, New Mexico, north of Billings, Montana. So it'd be uh, the pig trail. Probably if whatever, a day or day and a half ride west of you, and then a few days ride north. Out, yeah, yeah, cold is right. The our us motorcycle people, we have the challenge of it's pretty. I usually tell everybody it's our winters we're usually 5 to 7 months of sticking nose prints on the windows, looking outside to see if the snow's melting yet. Is it? Yeah, winter can be winter can be nasty and cold. Um, who else we got? We not only have kangaroos by the thousands. Oh my! So in other words, they're a horrible road hazard for motorcycles. But we also have wild emus, wombats, wild hog, wild goats, and 6 species of deer. Lots of hazards when you're on the bike. Holy man. Yeah, yeah, that sounds like more hazards than we got for the most part. Well, whatever, we got the bigger cutters here, but they're not as often on the highways as our deer are the worst, mule deer and white-tailed deer. But sounds like you guys you guys got lots more road hazards than we do here in North America. I mean, here, well, you got raccoons, and if you get down the south, there's raccoons and possums, but they're at least they're not as big as a kangaroo or a deer. But still, um, freeze that beard up. Oh yeah, yeah, it sure does. Sure does. Nasty old winter is no fun. I mean, you're far enough south that well, you probably get a few little blasts of winter, but definitely wouldn't get the cold temperatures like we do up in the north. Yeah, it gets frustrating. I spent my whole life working out in it, and worked outside my whole life. So, in other words, keep your mittens close by because the winter's never far away. Only ever, only really affected when you ride early in the day or late in the day. Oh yeah, so they're more mostly uh, daylight and or dawn and dusk critters when they're crossing the roads and stuff, but still always got to be aware of the hazard of them, right? So the the deer are bad here. There's of course obviously depending on the areas you get into some of the tighter wooded areas they're but yeah, you're right, they're more active in the mornings and the evenings, but don't mean you can't pop around the corner. That's what happened to me. I run into a deer ran into me. Uh 2 o'clock in the afternoon, daylight, not a cloud in the sky. And a nice little 2-lane road out in western Montana. Riding along, coming around this nice, whatever, 50, 55 mile an hour corner. And just as I get around the corner far enough, there's 2 deer. They were on the oncoming side of the lane. One bolted down the ditch and one bolted across the road right straight at me. It's like, oh my god, here we go. I had no time, no time to. The only time I had to react, was hang on to the handlebars because here he comes. And when he got to me, on my old Softail. I got an engine guard on it, and his head went in front of the engine guard and behind the forks. And so his head's in there, the engine guard catches him here, flips his whole body, and his whole body slammed into the side of me. And say, the good Lord's angels were on my side because I managed to keep the old bike up. I don't know how far going down the road. I don't know how far down I went, but the old wheels started coming back underneath me, and it's just like, whew. One of them moments that, yeah, your hands are or your knees are shaking and wobbling. It's like, holy moly, I survived that one. That when he did, of course, slam my leg into the side of the primary, and so I kind of got got a sore ankle around the outside of my ankle. The odd day I can still feel where he hit me, but yeah, the, none of them are as bad as a distracted driver, though. I don't think, because that distracted driver that hit me here 2 years ago, nasty man, nasty. What did you South Osmoto? I seen you. You left a comment on there about that. You watched that video. That was quite the nasty experience. That uh, getting doing the tumble down the highway like that. So I seen you. It was a bad experience, and it's a long lasting experience. So, oh, thank you, sweetheart. My sweetheart bringing me something to drink. I get thirsty talking nonstop. That's why I wish you guys could get a screen on here and come in here and join me and help me read through the comments. Keep up to everybody. How about we got anybody new in here? If you're new in here, we're out in the garage doing some live time out beside the old 45. Um, yeah, if you're new in here, drop a comment where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride. I, I love meeting people and sharing their motorcycle stories and your favorite road that you ride, whether it's local close to home or across the country. I watched the video of your accident this morning. Lesser man may not have made it through that. Good to see there's still a tough old biker or two still out there, mate. Well, thank you kindly, my friend. I think there was a couple of angels that somehow or another give me a good spot to. It was a rough ride getting there, but give me a soft spot to land. Put it that way. This dislocated was the frustrating part. Oh, there's our friend from Holland. Welcome in, Jedediah Smith, our friend from Holland. We're having a conversation of tonight. Well, we're more doing the same thing. We're coming to doing a live by the old 45, and we're sharing around. Um, what's your favorite roads? You got some awesome roads, or you live up in Holland? There, how far off the coast are you? You got some must have some beautiful coastal roads to ride through there around that countryside. And have you done lots of motorcycle traveling all through Europe? Lifetime dream. Lifetime dream has been for years to someday load my old motorcycle and fly over to Europe and come and ride some beautiful, amazing countryside over there. I've never been on a motorcycle over there, but I have been to I've been to Italy, southern or to the Amalfi Coast, and then to Florence and Tuscany. Amazing, beautiful countryside. And then also been to Greece, and then just uh, Athens and just south of Greece. And amazing, amazing, beautiful earth we live on. And yeah, fun motorcycle riding, traveling. So, what else you got to tell me? What else you got for stories? Share your stories there, folks. And yeah, like I said, don't be shy if you're new in here. Drop a comment of where you're from and what motorcycle you ride, your favorite roads to ride. Yeah, I love it. In here we got Jedediah Smith. If you're in there scrolling through the comments, Jedediah Smith, he's from Holland, and South Oz Moto, he's from Southern Australia. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Pretty amazing how YouTube can bring us all together to meet and join in and share our motorcycle passion and stories together. It's pretty awesome how that how this live works and and functions. So pretty cool. All right, everybody about had enough for tonight. What have I been on here? Oh yeah, I've been on here for getting close to coming close to 2 hours again. I'm going to swap meet on Sunday. There's a swap meet out south here where I am, so I'm gonna go to a swap meet and wander around and see if there's any greasy old motorcycle parts to go and kick around and finger through. You guys, you guys do that over in Holland and Australia too? Have old motorcycle swap meets where guys get together and bring all their old parts and stuff that they don't want and use and try and sell them and trade them and horse trade and barter or whatever. I will be back. Absolutely. Thank you kindly, my friend, and yeah, you're welcome back anytime. It's awesome, awesome to see you here and meet you here. And I've actually, you know what, you're from Nova Scotia. I've rode out right out to the end of the land at how do they say it? Is it Canso? Is that right? Little fishing village out at the end of the road. Beautiful little spot out there. All right. Who else got some stories to tell me? I got all my story all my stories are just motorcycle stories. You guys got any motorcycle stories you want to share with us? Oh, and or maybe we'll come back again in the morning or tomorrow afternoon or evening, whatever you guys must be. Is it morning in Holland? Yeah, it must be morning in Holland now. It's 8:11 p.m. in Arizona, so it must be morning coffee for Holland. And whereabouts on the clock are you in Australia right about now? Like I said, this is 8 8:12 p.m. Australia time. 5 a.m. here, yeah, having coffee. And 12 a.m. here. And oh yeah. Yeah, so you're a few hours, you're 4 hours east side of Canada. Beer. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun where we go around the globe of who's having a coffee and who's having a beer. I love it. Carson, I'm in Arizona right now. Sunrise at 5:45 a.m. Yeah, they're. I'm sure you guys is. Where do you? I'll have to look at the latitude and longitude that, or if somebody's got a map or a Google button right there. What's the check the latitude difference between Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and Holland? You're probably further north than uh, than where I live in Canada. That if you're Canadian, you know what 2-4 means. Absolutely. Absolutely, I know what it is. The last week, a buddy of mine was from Canada, stopped by here where I am in Arizona, and we had a 2-4. It felt like it the next morning too. But motorcycle buddy of mine, he's been riding for years too, and he's always fun to get together and just like we're doing here, sitting around visiting, talking, telling motorcycle stories. Doug Blatch, your time is off. 2013. Okay, okay. West Coast. Um, you're on the 24-hour clock. You're on the West Coast. You're in California. Beautiful. Where in California are you? Are you if you live out there, ride a motorcycle, what kind of motorcycle do you ride? And are you if you're on the West Coast, it's some beautiful riding up and down the Pacific Coast Highway. I have a friend that has a Honda Sport Bike 1000. I think he's on a death trap. There's, I mean, you got to respect them, right? Carson, he's just saying, I have a friend that has a sports bike 1000 cc. I think he's on a death trap. Oh, well, me being from Canada, them long winter months, I spend lots of time watching both MotoGP uh, and Isle of Man racing. And I mean, that style of motorcycle, it's amazing. The engineering, the capabilities of the tires, and the guys that ride them that are running those races. To me, it's phenomenal. The way them bikes will stay in them corners and how fast and responsive they are. It's incredible. I've never rode anything like that. I've never been on one. That I'm used to. Hey, it does 55 mile an hour. But yeah, you're right. That's why there's so many of them young guys get. That's why there's so many of them get hurt. They're rookie riders and just out of control. Right? Too much power, too fast, and that's so many guys get hurt because of them. If you respect them, well, yeah, you ride them for years. I know. Actually, I was just talking to a guy yesterday. That's all the only kind of motorcycle he's ever rode, and he's raced. He used to drag race a Hayabusa. Um, he told me he had to go and get a he had to go and get the next level class of license because I think he was under 9 seconds on a quarter mile. So, but he's been riding them his whole life. That's the way I s- I say it all the time. You got to ride it with respect. It's the same thing with the road. The windier and the twistier the road, the more respect you got to give the road respect too, right? So My 20-year-old son, 28-year-old son, running a 2024 Ninja ZR6. Yeah, fast AF. Absolutely. Them things are, like I said, they're amazing. Just those guys that are the MotoGP and TikTok, or not TikTok, uh, Isle of Man, the TT races. Them guys, unbelievable, unbelievable. Them guys that are running those races, how the capabilities of the motorcycle and the rider. Uh, Douglas, he never did come back with us here. He on the West Coast, telling us our time is off, but he's a little further west than where we are. Uh, what part of Texas are you in, Carson? Are you out in East Texas or West Texas? Lubbock. Cool. I've been through Lubbock. I can't remember what year. A good friend of mine lives there. He goes to that Born Free Chopper show every year. Um, yeah, AJ. He's a photographer and a bricklayer, and he's got an old chopper, shovelhead chopper that he built. Looks pretty cool. I don't know. Lubbock's not that big of a town if you ever come across him or not. He lives right there in Lubbock. Say, if I mess your name up, I'm sorry about that. Salinger. Oh, there we go. Salinger. I just passed by. Now I worry again for my speed addicted boy on his Ducati. 999. Oh yeah. They are they're incredible. They're incredible, the speed, the power, the response of them. And I hope for your sake that he uh he has the respect to has the respect to be safe. It's one thing to go fast, but you also got to respect it, right? That's why, like, you go ride the tail of the dragon in North Carolina. There's trees there with there's plastic motorcycle parts hanging everywhere in the trees because it's, well, tail of the dragon. There's some tight, windy twisties on there. All right, 2-4. Good meeting you, my friend. And yeah, you're welcome back anytime. It's always fun to visit and chat. And yeah, exactly. Uh have a cheers with some more motorcycle friends. Oh yeah, absolutely. Where your son going, if he's a speed a speed man and out of control and hit a pothole or a frost or whatever hump in the road, can things can go out of control in a hurry and in a bad way. Uh, Jedediah Smith, our friend from Holland, he just stepped back in again. Welcome back, my friend. Are you still on the coffee, or are you having a morning shot of whiskey by now? I love it, my friend. I love it. Jedediah. Jedediah Smith. Uh, if you guys, if you weren't in here when I walked around, showed the other side of the old flathead the last time, just sharing love and the passion for old motorcycles. You guys, this is a pretty cool little motor. This little flathead, built for the war times. That's what they were designed for. They're uh, they're pretty fun, interesting little carburetor on them. They the carburetor. It's a get this light here so the glare isn't beating up the. It's a M88 carburetor, and built built for the military. They there's no changeable jets in them. In other words, oops, tipped my phone too far. It goes out. There's no adjustable jets in them. There's one carburetor, you put them on there and you kick them and they start and they run. Yeah, this pretty pretty cool little motorcycle. The and to take off from Canada and ride from Saskatchewan down to California, where that Born Free motorcycle show is, on a 1943 flathead. That's I don't know for sure what the horsepower are, but different times and sites that I've read, Googled, whatever. Some places say that they're 18 horsepower, and other places say they're 24 or 20. The highest I've heard was 26 horsepower. So whatever, whatever horsepower that's in a 3-speed transmission. So when you're going up the hills, you're not going very fast. Um, where did we go here? Carson, how do you start it? Oh, well, it's a kickstart. I didn't show you that. I'll go back around this other side here and flip the camera around for you again so you can show you. Yeah, it's kickstart only. Flip the camera around, and yeah, it's kickstart. It's the kicker pedal, just like all the old stuff. They were all kickers. This lever here, this lever right here, that's the clutch. That this cable that comes out of here, that goes in through there to that little tube around the corner to the clutch pedal. And so when you function the clutch, it pulls there, and then it pulls that lever in. So that lever moves, and there's a rod that goes in through the transmission, comes out the other side to the clutch. So when that pulls in, that releases the clutch to so you can shift gear. And then when you go to go, you let your foot off the pedal, and it springs back. There's a spring in there. So that's yeah, that's the starter, and that's how the clutch functions. And then I'm not sure, were you on here earlier, Carson, when I was showing the clutch? There's a heel toe clutch. It's a rocker clutch, and they were off. They're often called a heel toe clutch. So you put your heel on there, and when you push your heel down, that disengages the clutch, so it pulls that cable and pulls that lever in. Then you can shift gears, and then once you shift gears, when you go, push your toe down and engage the clutch. So that's how the clutch functions, and then it's a tank shift. So here's this is the gear shift up on the tank, just like that. That explain all your questions there, Carson. Uh, he gets with his crews some on ninjas, and they go wild. Oh yeah, get one guy gets going faster, and the next guy goes faster. Well, he's got to go a little faster yet, and that's where we get out of control, right? Or somebody runs into somebody, or yeah, dangerous. I understand your I understand your thoughts, my friend. I wish for the best that it never happens to him. Jedediah, oh, you were cool. Yes, Saskatchewan, Canada is roughly on the same latitude as the Netherlands, including Amsterdam. Central southern Saskatchewan lines around 52 to 54, while Amsterdam is 53. There you go. Well, the Canada-US border is the 49th. That's the 49th parallel. Meaning they share a similar northern position. However, the climate is vastly different, with Saskatchewan being much colder in the winter than the mid-Netherlands. So you're right on the coast, or you're fairly close on the coast, so you're probably wet, soggy, cold weather. Where Saskatchewan, yeah, it's negative 35 and the wind howling and nasty. Definitely no motorcycle riding. It turns into snowmobile season if you're a motorcycle man. Um, Salinger. I wonder what become of all those surplus WW2 US, German, and Italian bikes. I've heard all kinds of stories of them. There was sea cans of them that they sunk in the ocean and buried in the ground. And but I don't know if anybody really knows for sure, but those are just different stories I've heard of them. Uh, all right, Jedediah. Good. Thanks for stopping in again, and always good to chat with you and see you, my friend. Got to start work and talk to you later. Have an awesome day, my friend, and put in a day's work and another tank of motorcycle gas, right? I love it, my friend. Cheers. Uh, Ever use a shifter? Not sure what you mean. Salinger, ever use a shifter? What do you mean? Like a hand shifter? Yeah. I'm not sure if that's what you mean, but the this one, uh my 1943 here. Whoops. Yeah, this is a tank shift on this one. Got the shifter gate on the tank and 3-speed transmission hand shift. And then um I'm not sure whatever if you've been through my channel at all and my other bikes. I got a 1953 panhead that it's the same thing. I got a rocker foot clutch on it, and then I got a frame mounted police style shifter. So there's a bracket that it clamps on the down tube on the frame, and then the shift lever comes back and reaches up towards you. Basically, it's right here. There's I got several videos on my channel where you can see where I'm taking off, and the somebody with a camera was standing on the clutch side, so you can see the function of my foot function in the clutch, as well as shifting into first gear. And then I've got a 1960 my 63 FLH panhead. It's also a rocker foot clutch and a shift tank shift on it as well. So yeah, it's fun. I got all these old motorcycles and they all got a different shift pattern. So keeps you on your toes when you get off one bike onto another one and oops, shifting the wrong way, wrong gear, going the wrong way. Ever use a stick shift? And no, I don't like a jockey shift, you mean? Or are you talking in a pickup? I don't know. I don't have if you mean a stick shift. No, I don't have The jockey shift, as lots of guys call them, but that, that's not my style. I like, I love the tank shifts, and so that's why everything I own is foot rocker clutches. I love the look of them, and I love the function of them, as well as the tank shift. Then that police style shifter. That's my style. So those are the ones that I run. And like I said, I love the function of them and the way they work and how they look. I love the look of that the rocker clutch. So, uh, oh, I wish you guys could be on video here so that I don't have to. I try to get through and keep up to reading everybody's messages. And the throat gets dry talking nonstop. So, um, yeah, does that answer your question about the stick shift? Or I assume you're talking motorcycles, or are you talking about a pickup truck? Oh, looks like somebody else, another new somebody just joined into the live here. Welcome into the live. We're doing a live out in the garage, live beside the old 1943-45. Welcome in here, you guys. Drop a comment of where you're from and what motorcycle you ride. We're in here just talking motorcycles and riding and traveling and your favorite road and what kind of motorcycle you ride. And I love it. Uh, Patrick, you most definitely have the most unique YouTube channel about bikes, in my opinion. Oh, I thank you, my friend. You know what? I never, I never used to do social media, and then I got caught by, I got caught by. There was 8 guys. They were hauling their bikes home from Sturgis, the fall of 22, so August to 22, and unknown to me, when I when I kick the old bike and jump on to take off and pull out of the gas station, I said goodbye to all these guys. And unknown to me, one of the guys was standing behind me and taking a video. And he posted it on his TikTok page. And whatever, I knew nothing about it. And about whatever it was, 10 days, 2 weeks later, I get this text message from a friend of mine out on the West Coast. And it was just this link to this. I didn't know what the link was. I didn't open it because I'm not much of a computer guy either. Anyways, I figured, well, he's a good friend of mine. I've known him for a long time. What's this link? So, anyways, I click on this link. Well, it opens up. Well, here it's me, and on my old motorcycle as I'm leaving, starting the old bike and leaving this gas station. So here I am. I got put on social media. So when I got home, that's how this social media all started. I went and opened a I first started to open a TikTok account, and then it whatever, they are who they are, and then I kind of give up on them and put more focus into building my YouTube channel. And of course, like you say, Patrick, you've got definitely a unique YouTube channel. Because I built my YouTube channel, I had no idea what I was doing. I just I didn't when I loaded all my videos, I didn't know there was a difference between a short or a long, because I don't watch social media. Never used to. I never spent any time on it. So whatever, when I opened there, when I started the channel, I just, oh, here's a video, we'll throw it on there and whatever. And that's the way I did it. And then whatever, as things started to grow, then I started Google searching what are all these things on YouTube and this and that and the other thing. And so I've since over this last year being able to count ride, here I am. I'm learning about YouTube and and computer stuff. So that's how this all kind of come about, Patrick. And so all of my footage, that's why nothing's edited, nothing's shot professionally. Most of the time uh when I've done lots of kickstart videos, and so there's nobody to do lots of times there's nobody there to hold the camera for me or film, so I'd find something to prop the camera up and turn the video on and go kick the bike. And so yeah, that's how kind of the beginning of how this social media all come to life for me. I have a funny suspicion you're going to go big time. Well, I don't know if I'm big time or not. I'm just me and my old motorcycles, and I last night that was the first that I've done this live thing. I I actually come out to the garage. I was gonna just take some still photos of the bike, and whatever I touched on my YouTube, this live thing opened up, and I clicked on it, and whatever it does on the screen, and it opened up, and then this countdown. Oh, okay, I guess that's what they're talking about live. And so yeah, all my stuff, it's all loaded raw and real as it is. uh who do we got here? Kathleen Chitwa. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. The whatever on my phone, the names are so darn small that lots of them are hard to see. But anyways, welcome in, Kathleen. uh northern missouri North Missouri, 16 Dinah. Awesome. Welcome. Welcome in. We're out in the garage doing some live by the old 45. Just in here, old motorcycle stuff, and here I am doing live stuff. I was rear-ended, bad accident in July of 2024, and had a dislocated shoulder, and here I am. Uh, be 23 months after the fact, and now I got to go get surgery on my shoulder. I got this big muscle in the front of her shoulder here that comes out and ties into the arm. It's all ripped off my arm, so I'm not riding my motorcycle. So trying to I'm doing some live, keeping my motorcycle smile on by joining in with all of you motorcycle related people. We all share the same passion to ride and travel and ride our old motorcycles, go out in the garage and have a beer beside our old motorcycle. Um, Patrick, when you go big time, remember a friend in need is a friend indeed. Oh, absolutely, my friend. Um, always. I, like I said, I was never a social media guy, my friend. I'll never stop riding my old motorcycles. I just, like I said, well, you've watched all my videos. My 1953 Panhead, that's in the shop for a complete rebuild, built back to stock, bore and stroke, but balanced and blueprinted. So there's should be an outstanding running motor when it's done. And then same thing with my shovel. I blew my shovel head up in 23 on the way home from Texas. It's in the shop. Actually, the engine's done in it, and just going back in the bike. Um, my friend Hillbilly's just rebuilding the end or the transmission. He's going through the transmission. Well, I had the bike all apart. I just told the hillbilly, I said, it's halfway apart already. Pull the transmission, go through it. If it needs it, fix it, change it. So, anyway, yeah. But I don't think I'll ever quit riding my motorcycle. As far as go big time, I'm always going to ride my old motorcycles. That's my intent, my plan, anyways. Um, yeah, I love it, Patrick. Rev it up. Um, Actually, I just looked. You are big time. You got 41,000 people. My bag. Yeah, yeah. But I'm still the same. And I always intend to be the same too. I think this life thing would be the catalyst. It'll make you go bigger. Well, I, that would be awesome because I can't ride my motorcycle. Unless you come to Arizona. If you come to Arizona and need a backpack, I'll come take me for a ride. uh, Somebody else was teasing me that yesterday, or no, a couple days ago. Somebody else was teasing me. Oh, I'll come and get you. You can ride backpack. Okay. uh, do you have a stance on those S&S panhead motor copies of the other copies they makes or the other copies they make? Outstanding. Their S&S builds good stuff. And I mean, I've never run one. Uh, uh, the stuff that I have are their original serial numbers. And so my style of bikes, not that that's important, but I just, my own thing. I like having an original frame and then an original old serial number. I think it's pretty cool to have, right? So, but yeah, the S&S, they make an awesome product, and there's lots of them around. There's lots of S&S, the new motors, and um, I mean, you see them out on the road. They they're running. So, and they're still building them. They build. Uh, I think that I'm pretty sure they build at least two different cubic inch sizes of them. Yeah, they're an awesome running motor from what I know of them. I've never run one, but if you're uh, if you're thinking about buying one, I don't think you'll ever have an issue with it. Of course, unless you're like me and you wear it out, then you things might get to that point. But um, where'd what else we got? Carson, my buddy that passed from cancer here in Lubbock. His body was laid to rest there in Arizona. Oh, sorry to hear about your buddy, my friend. Sorry to hear that, Carson. Yeah. Sorry to hear that, my friend. Yes, absolutely. Prayers to you and family and friends. Patrick, my Harley has a lot of aftermarket parts, not to make it faster, but to make it last longer. Supposedly, from the information I have, I replaced the original parts on my Harley just about that were known to cause trouble. Nothing wrong with doing that. Actually, you asking about S&S. Um, my shovel head when hillbilly doing it, rebuilding it here right now. I put a brand new set of S&S heads on my shovel. S&S jugs. put new jugs and heads on it. And so, yeah, they're S&S, brand new S&S heads. My old shovel heads, they're they're at a point that um, it takes just as much money to do the complete rebuild on them as it does to just put a new set of S&S heads on it. So it's a still original Harley cases, but it's got S&S heads on it. So yeah, it, it's your motorcycle, and whatever you're happy with doing, absolutely do what you. Same with me when I build these. I look away. I look at the stuff I build. That's just my own creative stuff to just to do something different. So, and my own ideas. What else are you saying? Oh no, I'm just keeping my 99 custom. Oh, hang on, touch something. Just keeping my 99 custom softail forever and ever and ever. If I can't ride it, I'll just go look at it. Yeah, exactly. I still uh, my my I still got my I got a 2000 softail that it's got 290,000 miles on it. Got the fourth engine in it, and yeah, I haven't had it licensed for a few years now. What? When did I last have a plate on it? It's been a few years. I haven't had a plate on it, but yeah, I don't think I'll ever sell it either. There's too many. There's from West Point, Alaska to Cape Spear, Newfoundland to Key West, Florida to San Diego. Been in all 48 states at least twice. Been back and forth across Canada. I don't know, probably 10, 12 different trips over the years. I can't sell that. I can't sell my memories. And nobody will ever remember the memories. So I'm the same way. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Well, that's I'm happy to hear that you enjoy watching my channel, Patrick. I know, like I've mentioned earlier, that I think you're one of the first that's been on my channel and have watched probably every video I've ever posted. Appreciate that, and oh, it's just I'm I'm happy to meet everybody that shares the same passion for a motorcycle as I do. So yeah, you got your ways. Absolutely. All kinds of kind of starts with straight up handlebars, and it's when you think about it, then my straight up handlebars, when you pick your hand up, that's my hand on my handlebars. There's none of this. There's no rotational twist in your arm or in the forearm. You reach up and grab the handlebars, they're right there, just like that. And so I always say it's just like anything that we learn to do. The first couple times you do it, it's it might feel awkward the first time, but the second time, well, that's not so bad. And the third time, by the whatever the fourth or fifth time, it turns into a natural function. It's like everything you learn to do, right? And that's the way my handlebars are. And then the on the throttle side, it's easy because see you're hanging on to the throttle like that. This is roll the throttle like that. You roll the throttle and then grab another handful, right? No different than when you grab your throttle like that, you roll your wrist down and then you roll your hand up, grab some more throttle. Same thing, except you're in the vertical position. So yeah, that's my idea of it anyways. And the first set of vertical bars, those are the ones on my 53 pan, the old rusty one. And Excuse me. Throat gets dry talking nonstop. I come by those by chance. So I built those. You've seen the way that I built the knots into that square bar on them, and so that they're a one-shot deal to build those, and you don't. There's no room to make an error, or else you make a mess of them and bugger them up. And so when I built those, and I wasn't at I wasn't at home where the bike was, and so when I just built them with them standing straight up like that, and then when I got to where the bike was, I threw a block of wood. I didn't even have the seat on the frame yet. Threw a block of wood on there to sit on there, and I took these handlebars in both hands, and I picked them up like that, and I stood them on top of the triple trees, and it's just like, holy heck yeah, we're gonna run these straight up. That's where the idea come from, because it was so comfortable when I just stood the handlebars up like that. It's like, holy, that's such a natural position for your arm. That's where it started. Then they've been back and forth across the country many trips, and so my 82 shovel head, I get straight up handlebars on it. They're different shape than what these are. This set of handlebars, I got them built and put on here at 2 o'clock in the morning, the morning before I packed up and headed to California for the Born Free chopper show. And I'll just flip the camera around here and show you what I did. The So I didn't even because it was 2 o'clock in the morning. I didn't even clean the welds up. I just I put I put a bandana on there just to cover the weld up, and good enough. I'm going to California. So what I did, this is just a normal set of handlebars, and I come around to here and I just cut them off here, and then these are a set of uh, they're a set of chubby bars that my local motorcycle shop around home, they were laying in the scrap bin. Somebody had wiped out and bent them, and so I took them and I just cut them off here so that I could just that way I had a fitting. They just slide over top. It just makes it easier to join them together. Welding, slid them on there, stood them up. Yep, perfect. Weld them up and mount them on there. And that's my 2 a.m. We're going to California tomorrow. I got to get these things mounted. And so there they are. Yeah, no, I'm not a truck driver. Definitely not a truck driver. I uh, I don't have that. I don't have that talent to match gear mesh and engine RPM in them big trucks that don't get along with me very good. So if it's got a D button, I can drive it. But yeah, no, I'm not an over the road trucker. I'm an over the road biker, no doubt. I've spent many years working, spending lots of time in the north and working lots of overtime. I used to work as much overtime as I could when I was younger so that I could get to a point of doing what I do, and that's why I do it. That's how I got to doing it, and that's what my dream and passion was to do. And so, and now, like you said, that you were mentioning about going about being big on YouTube, but I'm a big motorcycle guy. That's the way that's the way I like to think of it, anyways. Um, yeah, keep it real and keep it honest, and that's why all my footage is rough and shaky. And apparently, I, as I was telling you, I didn't know nothing about YouTube. That uh, all the long form videos are supposed to be filmed with the camera with the phone horizontal. I didn't know that. That's why all my footage is all vertical footage, or most of it is, because I didn't know there was a difference. So yeah, whatever. It is what it is. They oh, they didn't stay. I was just gonna say there was a couple of new people stopped by the live here. I was just gonna welcome them in, but oh, there he is. Welcome to the live. We're doing some doing a live stream live by the 45 out in the garage. Are you are you a motorcycle man too? Or oh, he didn't hang around. He left. All right. Okay, you guys. I better sign off of here and pack her in for the night. Oh, here we go. We got a couple new ones in here again. Are you guys just signing in? If you're welcome in, we're out in the garage here doing a live stream at okay. Yeah, I better get signed out of here. All right, Carson. Thanks for joining in and sharing your experiences and your stories, and we'll be back another night to do some more live chit chatting. That part of your appeal is you. Just do it. You don't play these stupid games, computer games, so people see you as down to earth. Yeah, no, it's like I said, I'm not a social media guy. I never was until I started this, and as well, that's why all my footage you've watched pretty well every bit. I think you've watched every video that I've ever posted, and you know what my footage looks like, and I was, I've got videos posted on here that you can't even hear what I'm talking about. The wind's blowing so bad, that's all you hear is wind noise, but it's real. That's why I post stuff. So, yeah, that's cool, Carson. Anytime, my friend, and uh, don't be don't be scared to ask or share your experience and stories. And if you I love motorcycles and I love motorcycle people and I love sharing experience, mine and yours. And if you're curious and want to know or learn something, they'll share the knowledge that I have with anybody and everybody. So I love it, man. I love it. Oh, I see we just got some more new folks. If you're just signing in here, I was just about to sign off for the night, but if you're joining in, drop us a comment of where you're from and what motorcycle you ride. We're all right. Sounds good, Patrick. We'll yeah, and like I said, I'm out of commission for a while, so I'll probably be spending quite a bit of time doing a bunch of these lives. To it keeps me in the motorcycle world of you guys being out there on the road riding some motorcycle miles for me too. Obviously, as I can't, it's going to be a long process getting over this shoulder surgery, but got to be done. Got to do what I got to do, right? Oh, then we got some more new. We're in the live stream. We're live in the garage doing some live by the 45. if you're new in here, or everybody's skipping out for the night. Okay. All right, everybody. I'm signing off for the evening. Are you, who's still there? Carson, is that you, Carson or Patrick? Or if you're still there, if you're still live, or if you're new in here, drop a comment to me of we're in the garage doing some live talking motorcycles by the old 45. Drop a comment and share where you're from and what kind of motorcycle you ride. All right, everybody, that's what we're doing. Okay, I'm gonna sign off for the evening, or is there somebody there? I don't want to cut off on you if you just signed on and wanted to say hi. That's that's what like I said, we're in the garage doing some live beside the 45. Oh, did the phone go out when I did that? There's some footage of the old 45. Share your motorcycle passion. That's why we're here in this live. So if you're there, drop a comment, because otherwise I'm gonna sign off for the evening. Alrighty. Okay, we'll be back. We'll probably run another live in the morning and then again tomorrow evening if you're interested to join in. Oh, happy, positive motorcycle people traveling road trips. What's your favorite road? All good motorcycle stuff. Happy, friendly, positive. Okay, good night. Signing out.